For me, learning languages is fun and enjoyable, but like anything else, it has its downsides and its caveats. So in this video, I'm going to be going over a few of them. But this video isn't by no means discouraging learning languages. Of course, I'm a huge advocate of learning languages, but I do feel like these concerns need to be vocalized so that people can know that they're not the only one. And if you tell me that you relate, I know that I'm not the only one. So let's get to it. One of the biggest problems that I find with myself with learning languages is my own expectation of my language learning. I think because I'm learning all of these languages and that's kind of the main thing I do, I should have a high fluency level on all of these languages. And because I'm learning a language for X amount of months, I should be able to have this conversation and that conversation, and when I don't, or when I'm not able to do this, I kind of beat myself up. A lot of the times I need to find balance with how much I learn languages and also my expectation for learning languages. And I need to realize that it's not a big deal if I'm not fluent in a language. Another problem with learning languages, it bleeds into the reason I just gave, it's the expectation other people have of my language learning. Some people think that because I'm learning 19 languages, I'm completely fluent in all of these languages, and that just is the furthest thing from the truth. I may know some languages pretty well and able to have a decent conversation, but my fluency level might not be very high in that language. One language I can say for sure that I'm fluent in is ASL, but other languages I may be very conversational and close to fluency, but I won't be able to have a conversation on every single topic in that language. And sometimes when I think about what people expect out of my language learning, that makes me push myself harder to learn languages. And sometimes that's not a bad thing, but other times I need to be realistic and balanced because I don't want to be doing languages all the time. Even though most of the time I do, I want to have time for other things and not have languages cloud out everything else in my life. Another thing that's kind of discouraging when you're learning a language is having learned a language for a specific amount of time and then you go talk to a native and you're completely clueless and you don't know what they're talking about because you don't understand them. So I think you just need to get into conversations. You're not going to understand everything. Just explain to them that you are just learning, but you should still try to have deeper conversations with native speakers. Even though you might be afraid that they're going to babble about something that you don't know in that language, don't be afraid of that because it will happen, but you just need to continue to have these conversations so that you can become more skilled in fluent conversation. The last thing is learning a bunch of words and sentences on a specific topic like the weather or clothing items, and then not being able to really show that progress when you're talking with somebody in that language. I think one of the ways to combat this is to get a more well-rounded learning of a certain language. Instead of using just one program, use many different formats. Use YouTube, a book program, a computer program, and use different books, different computer programs that will help you get a more well-rounded idea and basis for the language so that you can really show your progress when you're speaking with natives or anybody else who's learning that language. With all of this, I still really encourage you to learn languages. There are way more benefits than the downsides, and I really think that you'll benefit not only by being able to talk with other people in their native language, but also to keep your mind sharp. So definitely learn languages, and this is by no means a discouragement of learning languages. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and until next time, I'm Marcus from Learning with Marcus. See you guys in the next video.